Welcome back, everybody, to a super special Halloween episode of Nintendo Rewind. We're rewinding and recapping last week for Nintendo. Blah, blah, blah. But before we dive in, I'm not a vampire. I'm actually the Green Ranger. And Chris is Rita Repulsa. I'm dressed up! I just don't have... listen, Brooke, get out of here! Being mean to me. I am dressed up. I'm the Green Ranger, but I didn't have a full costume. So this is how we went trick or treating with the kids tonight. For safe.
A hoodie, and you got me wearing titty cones. That's what they're called, right?
That is what they're called. That is what they're the Madonnas. You're very
Yeah.
Is that not how he normally dresses? That's fair. Isn't this how you normally dress, Chris?
Yeah. This is how I normally dress.
Dragonzord.
I don't have the camera on, but if I did, this is what the camera would see.
Dude, I actually I painted him like one of my French girls. Is what I did.
Yeah.
He looks good, don't he? Don't he look good? You look extra angry by now, also. But right now, not by now. You look extra angry right now in this.
That's because you gave me sloped eyes. Like
I could not give you sloped eyes. You're dressed like Rita. You had to have the sloped eyes. Although I do have to say, one of them is way bigger than the other one. I drew this.
Lashes?
You don't get them. You got cat's eye like mascara coming out. It's all fine. Listen, I didn't have a whole lot of time to draw that today.
It's fine. I've run into many multiple size.
Many multiple size? What
eyes?
Multiple size eyes? I thought you were talking about those Madonna boobies you got popping right now.
Hey, my eyes are up here, pal.
I can't not look.
Did you try the lazy eye thing?
I did. Well, hang on. We'll do it live for the people. Do you want me to do it live for the people while you explain what the lazy eye thing is?
Do the lazy eye thing. The lazy eye thing, where you put your hand over one eye and then look back and forth and then remove your hand. And if your eye is in a weird position, you got real lazy eye.
Do you have to close the other
far
eye?
Enough. Or do you know you open it, you move it back and forth.
You leave it open? But I'm talking about the eye that I have covered. Do I have to leave it open underneath
That's
my
what I'm
hand?
telling you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I was making sure. Should I stop doing this now?
I'm the Yellow Ranger.
Okay,
Yeah,
chat.
Stop it.
I need chat to tell me if I have the lazy eye. All right, I'm doing this in 3, 2, 1. Did I have a lazy eye? Did chat? I'm being told yes. I'm being told it was a little lazy. It was a little lazy. You do it, Chris. We'll wait.
Okay, do you see it?
Yeah, actually, both eyes are going 2 different directions right now.
Well,
I don't understand.
listen.
God, I did try it, and I wasn't sure if I had it. I had Courtney do it, and
I got
nothing happened with
distracted.
her. Oh, I understand. I understand.
I got distracted because there's no world in which Sierra is the Yellow Ranger.
Brooke said that's not all you have that are going 2 different directions.
Well, hold on.
It's the movies. It's the movies.
Once
Oh my
again, my
gosh.
eyes are up here. Please.
It's too good. Sierra is the Yellow Ranger. She's got a shirt for it, from what I understand. I think she did a t-shirt. Did you do a t-shirt, CC Wire, out there in the live chat? For those who don't know, CC Wire in the live chat is my sister. So the kids are being, hang on, we got a picture pre trick or treat tonight. But we are being the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for Halloween, and we took a picture before we went out to safe trick or treat tonight because we'd heard that it was going to be not good weather. This is me and the boys and I. It's a little bit blurry, and it's not going to change. But that's the boys and I, and there's the boys and mom chilling. It's a little bit blurry. Let me back that up just a little bit. That way people kind of see it. I'll zoom in. Nah, I'm not going to zoom in. I'm going to try to zoom in. Holy cow. There we go. That's mom and the boys. And Sierra's going to be the Yellow Ranger whenever she comes in. So it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. Let me do my due diligence here. Welcome some people into here. We have Kiatic rolling up at the top of the hour. CC Wire coming in second place. Excited about some Macy's news. Susie-ish, welcome in. How are you doing? Silent Brook rolling up, roasting me, telling me I'm not dressed up. What the heck? And Mrs. Nerdwire also popping in. What? So what happened? I don't understand.
How was your week?
Busy, but like weirdly, differently busy so far. Anyway, so Courtney had she had work yesterday that she had to go out of town for, so she was gone most of the day. Also doing like Hobby Lobby shopping and trying to get stuff for Wednesdays. We have like a homeschool co-op that we go to with the boys, and so she was trying to find stuff for that. And then today really wasn't like super bad, but it was still busy because we had a lot of stuff. I got up, got ready to go to my physical therapy that I've been going to, and then they canceled it on me like 27 minutes before I had to be there. I was already in the car headed that direction, and I was like, well, I guess I'll turn back around and go back home. But when I got home, I worked on the artwork of you, and then I also ended up putting together the boys are on Wednesday, the project that I was talking about, they have to decorate a tree as a forest animal of their choice. And so, yeah, they have to decorate a tree as a forest animal of their choice. So I made and sewed a guinea pig face to like tie to the tree. You're just like decorating the tree trunk. You're not going up the tree at forest school. But this is, well, you can't hardly see it. I'm going to show myself. This is the kind of portion of myself. This is my guinea pig face that I made. And it's out of like faux fur and leather ears and big felt eyes and a nose. But I was pretty proud of that. I was like, man, I did all right. I did all right.
Yeah, that's nice. It almost, like if it was black, it would look like Mothman.
Dude, for real. That turned around my whole week when Mothman finally got added to Fortnite. So my week's pretty dang good. I take back anything bad I said. It was great. What about you, dude?
Yeah. I can't think of anything. Nothing too exciting, exhilarating. Yeah. I was trying to think of the best thing I ate this week.
How did it? What was the best thing?
Oh yeah, those are some good nails right there.
They are some good nails. I had to incorporate the pink somewhere. I had to make sure that you got them, that you got the pink on there. There wasn't enough pink around the frilly collar that you have going on.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. You got it. I forget what I was going to say. The best thing I ate this week? I don't know. It's so hard. It's hard to decide. I made a good stromboli. Buffalo chicken stromboli.
Mm-hmm. You did mention that. You did buffalo chicken stromboli. You did a buffalo chicken cheesesteak, to which I replied, isn't it just a buffalo chicken cheese instead of cheesesteak, because you didn't put steak on it, you just did chicken, right? And then you roasted me for that. I don't know why. I don't know what I did to deserve that.
Moving on. Listen.
What did I do? That's a genuine question.
I will not entertain this discussion. The fact that you would even say that in my presence almost makes me just want to just leave this show and never come back. I can't believe you would ever say that.
This show and never come back. I will hunt you down and I will bring you back on this show. I will drag you to the stage. That's what will happen.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, no, yeah, that was probably the best thing I ate.
Was it the buffalo chicken cheesesteak or the buffalo
chicken cheesesteak?
Oh, okay. See, now we're on the right track. Did you have any good snacks this week, though? That's the real question. Like, I know that you had good meals, but what were your best snacks?
I had some Star Crunch, of course. You hear that? I'm trying to think. Oh, I did try that strawberries and cream.
Yes.
Zero sugar for the first time. That was pretty
not
good.
A sponsor, but should be. Dr. Pepper, if you're listening.
Not a sponsor. You know what I didn't get this week that I wanted to? I wanted to get either eggnog or strawberry milk.
You mentioned that last week. You mentioned it was eggnog season and didn't get any.
I know. And then I didn't get any again this week. And strawberry milk's good for a good cry.
Just like if you need to do a good cry every now and again, just pour a tall glass of strawberry milk to get through it.
Strawberry milk, yeah. But so your sister says I cop everything she does because she got the eggnog. What happened was she got the eggnog, and then told me, "Oh, look, I got eggnog." And I said, "Sweet Jimmy Christmas, I forgot it's time eggnog season." And I went to go get some and I forgot about it. And that's me copying her. She did eat some expired chip. Okay, let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. If you had Doritos that were expired, how long would you wait until you eat them? Like what's the longest you would eat if they have passed the expiration date?
I mean, if they are still crunchy, I would probably still eat them.
If they expired,
how expired were they? In June or July? That's not far at all. That's the Brooke is right in the live chat. You test the first chip, and then you see if it tastes bad, and then you move on. You move on. Look, Brooke, you get it once. I'm not going to say it again. She says, "I'm what?"
Someone clip that.
Oh man, but no, like I would eat them regardless. Tenderly in the live chat, he checks for dates. No, I don't check. Actually, I don't check for dates. Courtney's the one. My wife is the one that makes sure that I don't eat expired stuff all the time. But I normally don't check for dates. But if it were expired, I would test the first chip. I would bite into it, make sure it was a crispy chip, and if it was a crispy chip, I would still eat it. Milk.
What if it was a little stale?
If it was a little stale,
or just not a little. It was stale.
Oh, if it is stale, I'd probably
Would you
pass
still
on
eat
it.
it?
I'm not as happy with stale chips. So at that point, you're just eating like cardboard. Like they turn to cardboard texture. It's so hard
Did
to
I
eat.
tell you about the Buffalo Crunchers?
What specifically about the Buffalo Crunchers? You mentioned that you had some.
We made them. Yeah. So she makes them, and I made them, and every time I make them, she gives me a hard time about making them
Because you're
saying I didn't
making
make
them?
right. I don't know because I don't make them like she does, which she says is the right way to make them.
If you ask Trip, he would tell you otherwise.
Yeah, that's a bit of an abomination. But what I will say is this: I made mine.
Mhm.
I was not sick, right?
Mhm.
She made hers with the stale chips. She was violently ill all day yesterday, the day after she ate those stale chips.
I think that one was an abomination. That was technically a barbecue sandwich. That was an abomination. She says. Oh my gosh, that is a good follow up question. Tindy asks in the live chat, how do you even have chips for so long that they go stale?
Well, if you're upstairs, right, and the chips are downstairs and you're craving them, but then you have to walk down the stairs and then back up, sometimes those chips just stay in that cupboard, in that cabinet. Okay. All right. We can move on.
You know what? We're thankful for all the people that are out there hanging out with us, watching us on this All Hallows Eve of an episode. And we're also thankful for our wonderful, amazing supporters and producers over at NintendoRewind.com. Remember, if you'd like to support our show, you can go over to NintendoRewind.com. Every dollar spent on memberships and merch helps us continue to produce this show, and there's even a tier that only costs $1 a month. And with it, you also get a shout out that said, I want to thank Calamity Nolan, Sierra Christian, Chaotic, and Mnemonic Man for all of their gracious support. And if you're not over in the Discord, please go over and hang out with us in the Discord. It's such a good time being able to chit chat about all the new games that are coming out. This week, actually, I just finished up Pokemon Legends EA. Roll credits on it. I'm not done with it, but I did roll credits on it, and I think I'm ready to give that game a score, like an official score. And for me personally, I guess I speak on behalf of Nintendo Rewind as well.
Speak for the trees.
I am the Lord. I like sitting on the box, like standing on the box.
Munch in the box.
But the official score that I think I'm ready to give, it's probably like a 76. As far as that goes, I think a 76 is fair.
Thank goodness it wasn't a 6-7. Am I
right? 76 is where I'm at. 75 is a little too low. 77 is a little too high. 76 is where I'm at. Here's what I did like about the game without giving any spoilers. I think the late game storytelling was probably some of the best storytelling I've seen in a Pokemon game in a very, very long time. Gets incredibly dark in some interesting ways. I really liked the character designs. I liked all of the new Mega designs. Legitimately, did really enjoy all the new Mega Pokemon designs. I was a gigantic fan of the music. The music was great. The lighting effects in this game are really cool. Pokemon typically does like sparks and explosions and stuff like that really well, just in general. I also really, really enjoyed the new battle system that they've incorporated into it. The new battle system being more like a real-time attack kind of situation that I think really adds a good bit of variety that I'm hoping they return to, if not in the mainline series, but continue the Legends series. And continue doing that. It's closer to like the modern Final Fantasies. And I learned that there's actual strategy to that game. Like you do want to do Swords Dance, and you do want to do like do Whirlpool or Flame Circle or whatever the heck that move is. But I have two major complaints that I think really do let that game down in a significant way. And the first big complaint is graphically. You asked me when I told you what I was going to give the score in a private call. You asked me if it felt like a Switch 1 game, and I don't know if I got the chance to answer that question. I think I may have, But what I would tell you is it doesn't even feel like a Switch 1 game. There are many Switch 1 games that look better than that. Legends Arceus looks better than that. Scarlet and Violet looks better than that. And part of it was just like the constraints that they did with how they developed the city and it being like always rendered in one big model, and not, partly bringing down some of the model so that way they could have more detail on the buildings and on the and that kind of contributed though to the whole game feeling very one note, where I almost, unless I looked at the map, I could never tell you what district I was in that game. And so it did make wandering the city not super great, because I got lost a lot in a way that if there'd been a little more variety in the way the buildings were and how the details were on things, I probably would have given it more of a pass. But the world that you're existing in is flat, and that's a big drawback for me. And I'm not normally one to complain about graphics. I love a retro game as much as the other person, but if we're paying $70 for a game these days, $100 if you include the DLC, like, I want the game to look good at this point.
Canada?
Yeah, or if you're in Canada, 112. But my second complaint that kind of contributes to it coming down is there are moments in this game where, in the very opening moments of this game, where there is zero voice acting, no volume for anything, and like the game is dead silent at times. Like, it's where, and I understand, like, you're doing a turn-based game, you're doing a JRPG. A lot of times it's text and dialogue boxes. That I'm fine with. Text and dialogue boxes and no like dialogue accompanying it. I'm totally okay with that. What gets weird is when there's like fully rendered cutscenes where the mouths are moving and it looks like they're talking, and it doesn't. It's bad. Like, it's genuinely bad and super off-putting to the point where it's like, I can't even appreciate what this cutscene is because I'm having to sit here and read the subtitles instead of like actually hearing what those characters are saying. And I would argue that this is some of the best like character design I think this series has ever seen. And I would have liked to watch them in action a lot more. But unfortunately I didn't. So 76 out of 100 for me on Pokemon Legends ZA. We'll absolutely probably revise this, or at least revisit it when the DLC comes out. I do intend to get the DLC. I enjoyed the game. The game loop was super fun, and I liked what the game turned into towards the end. In the beginning hours was a really good loop too, but the game loop kind of changes halfway through. But overall, like, I don't know. Zed says it in the live chat here, vote with your dollars, and that's kind of where we're at. Unfortunately, this game has had the second largest launch for any Pokemon title ever, and one of the largest launches in about 6 months for Nintendo. So, take with that what you must. Tenderly says, sadly, Nerd has fair points. So that's where I land on Pokemon Legends ZA after rolling credits. We'll see where we land in a few more months when they come out with the DLC. But we have a lot to talk about tonight. Beyond Pokemon Legends ZA, we actually we were going to do like a Halloween special kind of episode. But fortunately and unfortunately for everybody, we can't do a Halloween special episode except for dressing up like different people, apparently. But what we can do is we can give you guys essentially a mini Nintendo Direct, catching you up on everything that was announced this week. Right after
that, let me
this,
ask you a question.
Oh, yes, what?
Do you think Ghost watches change? All right, go ahead.
Okay. Right now, we had some of the craziest Nintendo news this past week that I think we've had since probably like the last big Nintendo Direct. There was so much here that we could have packed in an actual Nintendo Direct, and unfortunately they just decided to do one for Kirby Air Riders, and that was it. But there was so much more information that came out this week, a lot of new games, a lot of huge titles, a lot of sequels, a lot of like Switch 2 editions that got talked about this week that I'm super excited about and I want people to know about, because I mean, there was a lot. Was there not, Chris? I mean, there was so much.
Yeah, it just kept coming. It was like all week long. It was like every single day there would be like 2 or 3 news things dropping, and then you're telling me about this first bit of news, and I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah, we're gonna get the business side out of the way. This week, Nintendo did announce over on their Nintendo news site on the 24th, Mario is joining the 99th Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade for the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Bros. This is a new Mario balloon that is featured in the iconic holiday kickoff. For those of you guys who maybe don't know, we do love ourselves some Mario around here. And Macy's seems to love Nintendo. We've had a Pikachu balloon that's been featured quite a lot. We've had a Mario balloon in the past. Various Nintendo franchises have been represented here. This one in particular is a brand new balloon. They're stating that it is going to be, here's the deal, he's a big boy in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's measuring 51 feet and 2 inches long, 37 feet wide, and 43 feet and 8 inches tall. Mario will be clad in his classic blue overalls and signature red cap, striking a flying pose inspired by the game Super Mario Galaxy. I like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade quite a lot. I really like the beginning portions where they do the musicals, although in recent years it's been harder for me to watch because a lot of times I'm traveling to go see my parents, and we typically don't get there till the parade is like going, and I miss the musical portions because I like seeing the Broadway musicals. But how do you feel about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Are you traditionally one to watch it every year or no?
Yeah, I will watch it. Even if I'm not like paying as much attention to it, I do have it on, and then I can just every once in a while pop in and check on it. When I had 2 working monitors, I forgot I had that one monitor break, and then it worked, and then it stopped working. This has been a long week, I guess. But I would like have a game on the one monitor, and then I would just have the parade on the other. So
it was a good time. It's a good time to watch the parade. Honestly, it is kind of a really good kickoff to the holiday season, seeing Santa Claus ride in on that sleigh at the end. I really like I said, I like the musicals. I like seeing the performing acts that come through as well. Those are always interesting. But the big Nintendo balloons, huge. I will tell you, I went one year with my family. Not my wife and my kids, but I was quite a bit younger. I wasn't married just yet. And we went to New York City spontaneously to go watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Here's my big takeaway is I will probably never go watch it in person ever again because the balloons do not look as good in person as they do on the TV. Like legitimately. And it's also cold. Sierra, she went with us, obviously. She said, I suggest going to New York and sitting on a mailbox.
You act like you just brought her along. She went with us, obviously.
She went with
my family.
She totally went with my mother, my father, and I. But we went. She sat on a mailbox for hours, holding a 4-year-old. So it was interesting. She says I would watch it if I could sit at Macy's or in one of the hotels that can see it. Yeah. And I'm kind of with her.
One of the nice. Like get a hotel room that has a window that you can just sit in there and watch it. Maybe even with room service. Ooh. Well, probably not room service. You could just
Thanksgiving Day room service.
New York's got good food. Just go get some food in New York, bring it there, or have it brought to you.
Heck yeah. But that is the business side of the news that got announced. We're not going to spend a lot of time there. You should go and enjoy it and then send us pictures. But Chris, do you want to talk about this next one that is coming in? And we're finally getting to the actual good news, like the more interesting stuff.
Well, that was interesting. All right. Okay. So Factorio is already out on the Switch, but they said they're working on a Switch 2 edition, which they're aiming as of right now for a December release. Did you ever play Factorio?
I did not. Now, I know we have a lot of friends in the community who love Factorio. Sakura is like one who has like over 3,000 hours in this game. Loves Factorio. Yeah. Netist out there, if he's listening, Netist loves himself a little bit of Factorio too, and Breaking the World. And I got a lot of real friends that like it. A guy named Josh, I'm going to a Halloween party on Friday night with him, and he loves
R.I.P.
it.
Other Josh.
Not that Josh, but yeah.
No, that's why I said R.I.P. Other Josh. Let me say something. I need to get this out. I don't know what it is, but something about it being just randomly $35 instead of like $34.99. They're driving me bananas. It doesn't actually matter. I would suggest anyone that has any interest in like automation or tower defense and automation games, check out Factorio because it is so good. You can download the demo, play it. It's great. Give it a go. It's coming to the Switch. I believe they did say it was a free upgrade. So
that is a big deal. That is a big deal. I love it when games have free upgrades. It's always like that, just like little icing on the top for having those games available on the console, especially if you've already bought them. Like, so many of my games got free upgrades. In Factorio getting a free upgrade, it may actually inspire me to pick this up because I haven't picked it up yet. Nettest in the live chat already popping in, the greatest game ever made, talking about it out here. Factorio, $35. I'm kind of with you. That is a weird, like, here's $35, not $34.99. Let's get that extra penny kind of price point, but
right, yeah.
For the hours of content that are there, I don't think I would ever complain about that. So, fantastic, great, amazing news for a really good game coming to Switch 2. Which did they state on when they're trying to have that one out?
December, yeah. So they're aiming for December, but they said it all depends on how long it takes for them to get it finalized and then how long it takes to clear cert, but they're ready.
I really need more developers to pull the Silk Song approach and and just take however long they need to put the finishing touches on things, even if it does make us. I almost thought about just being a clown today and saying that I was all those users who were saying Silk Song today on every single direct for the last 7 years. I didn't. That wasn't my costume today. I chose Green Ranger instead. But the next game that is rolling out, that was a brand new announcement that I don't think anyone was prepared for, is Fallout 4 Anniversary, a new version of an old game that has happened bajillions of times. Bethesda, they like to milk their franchises as much as they can, but this game comes with the base game, 6 official expansions, and 150 plus Creation Club items, coming out in 2026. I am very excited for that release because I picked this up on Xbox way back in the day when it originally came out. Loved Fallout 4. It was my very first Fallout. A lot of people said they didn't like it that much compared to New Vegas or compared to 3. But did you try Fallout by any chance? Have you done Fallout 4? I know you like video games, so surely you've touched that one.
Yep, Fallout 3 and 4. I didn't, of course, beat them.
Yeah. Long, big open world games. I have a hard time with those two, and that's one of the things that holds me back from like really diving full force into those games.
Those are like the type of games that I want to play all the way through, but then I get sidetracked because it's like there's 35 missions in this one town that I could do, and I want to do all them before I move on, but then I get distracted.
That's another, and I like the story that's in that one. Like I think it's a pretty good story. But that being said, I'm with you as I get sidetracked by everything. I have a hard time with role playing games because everything is a side mission, but it always feels like a main mission, and I never know what I'm doing. So
yeah, and you can tell that this is like Microsoft being like, listen, we got Nintendo dev kits. We're going to take advantage of it. Bethesda has them for Indiana Jones. So naturally, it would make sense that Bethesda would then be like, well, we already have these. What else can we put on the Switch too? And they're like, let's put this on here.
Yep.
Plus the rumor of Starfield next year.
Which honestly I think would be more exciting. Not from a gameplay standpoint, that game sucked dookie balls when it originally came out, but you know, it was fine. Like, it was totally fine. Whatever, it is what it is. But I think there's a big untapped market for a lot of the Bethesda games beyond Skyrim coming over to Nintendo Switch 2. There's a lot of games that I would really like to see. And fingers crossed we start seeing even more of those make their way over here. We've got another game that we are both super excited about. Chris, do you want to tell the people what this one is?
Yeah. So I was going to say about the Fallout. It would make sense that it's coming out now just because of the show. Like, the show starts in December. So it would make sense they want to try and get it out around then.
Oh yeah, I didn't even say when that one's happening. They said 2026 is what they're saying on that one. I should have said that. All they said was 2026.
The anniversary edition on the other platforms, which is basically the same game, just repackaged all the DLC into this, is like November 1st. So it's out on it can't be November 1st. It's whatever next Tuesday is. This 4th?
The 4th.
Yeah. May the 4th be with you. November 4th.
November the 4th be with you.
December 1st, Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Not only did we get that, but we got the release date trailer, which also gave us Iron Man and Dark Phoenix. Is that right? Dark Phoenix?
Yes. Well, not Dark Phoenix, but Phoenix.
Yeah, what's the difference between Dark Phoenix and Phoenix?
Evil.
Is it just Phoenix?
Evil is all the difference is. It's Phoenix, but evil. That's the name of the saga whenever she gets taken over by the Phoenix, too. So.
Oh, right. So, yeah, Phoenix. Jean Grey. Yeah, so Marvel Cosmic Invasion, December 1st. It's on the eShop right now for $29.99, right?
Yeah.
It's got that date listed. There's 2 different versions. There's some games, like especially like indie games, will do that where they show the 2 different versions, but if you buy the one, they give you the other one for free. But we don't know if that's going to happen on this.
I kind of highly doubt that that's going to happen. Couple of highlights from that trailer too is like they are showcasing some alt skins for these characters. I saw an Iron Spider, I saw a blue and yellow Storm, I saw a cyan colored Venom. Really stoked to see that in the game as well. So there will be alt variations of the costumes that are available for the characters. That leads me to believe that we are definitely going to be seeing DLC for that game. Knowing that they did it for TMNT, Shredder's Revenge, I can almost guarantee that we're going to see DLC for this. I am 100% willing to drop $30 on that game and then spend an additional $30 for whatever they throw onto that. Like, that's where I'm at. It probably won't cost an additional $30 for that DLC, but that's how much I really enjoyed that game. Really good beat 'em up. Tons of fun with friends. Chris and I played it. We loved it. Like, it was that good. We played it again before we did show a couple weeks ago. Like, it was so good.
Oh yeah, that's true. We did play that again.
Yes.
No, I was just trying to see if there was any word
of DLC.
On if you get it or not.
I don't think they have anything kind of announced just yet, but I would anticipate it, knowing how they are, that we're going to be seeing something for that. The next game on this list, it's one that I haven't had the chance to try out. Chris has played quite a bit of it on Steam. I think that's where you were playing it. Ball X Pit, Ball by Pit, Ball Pit. What?
Ball Pit.
Listen,
you don't announce the cross.
Ball Cross Pit.
Yeah.
So
Ball Pit.
Coming out, the Switch 1 version had already released.
It released with everything else, yeah. And they were like Switch 2 in 2025 sometime.
Yep.
And I thought it would be closer to Thanksgiving, but no, it's already out.
Shadow Drop, it came out today. So if you have a Nintendo Switch 2 and you've been waiting for Ball X Pit, Ball Cross Pit, to make its way to the Switch 2 console and not wanting to pay for an upgrade, or not have to get the wrong version of it, blah, blah, blah. This is the way to do it. Speaking of upgrades, is there an upgrade path for Ball Pit?
It is a free download.
Heck yeah.
Free upgrade.
Heck yeah. So if you were already playing the Switch 1 version of it, guess what? You get a Switch 2, you got the Switch 2 version of it for free at your fingertips. Super, super cool. Art direction from the guy who did Loop Hero. Really, really cool take on like a shoot 'em up meets alleyway meets like Breakout. I don't know. And then mixing in with some city building idle game stuff that they've got thrown into here too. So you can check it out. Game originally launched on October 15th for Nintendo Switch. Switch 2 version, they said fall 2025. Well, guess what? It's fall, baby, and it's out now. So if you want to check it out, you can go check it out now. The actual game, how much was that actual game? I don't have the listing. So $14.99, you get a free upgrade. Not bad. Not bad. Chris, you want to tell them about this next one?
Golly, of course I do.
Heck yeah.
The next thing is 2 Point Museum. They announced with it coming out on the Switch 2, we are getting Zooseum DLC. It seems like it's just museum / 2 Point Zoo. Yeah, it's just it's called Zooseum.
Zooseum. Right? Zooseum. You were right the first time.
So it's basically just a museum, but also zoo animals. I feel like they're doing that so that then they can have any sort of animal that you might see at a museum. And so it's going to be something like that. We'll see. It is
a really weird addition to the museum side of it because like I would have expected 2 Point Zoo, you know, like not 2 Point Museum Zooseum DLC because like I don't necessarily attribute zoos with museums, like they are two standalone different entities most of the time in my opinion, and maybe I'm wrong for that. Who knows? But it's still really cool that that's getting added, and that's coming out like now. That's actually shadow dropped as well today, so if you wanted to pick that up, you can pick that up today and go get that DLC. Is there a price point for that DLC, Christopher?
That's a great question.
Zooseum DLC. Let's pull it up. Let me look here. I can't find it. Hang on. 2 Point.
It says it's coming this winter. It's not out yet. They just announced it when 2 Point Museum came out. So 2 Point Museum just came to Switch 2. And when it went live, they announced 2 Point Museum Zooseum. And yeah.
I misread that. Let me see here. Yeah, they don't have the DLC listed for it yet, so there's not a way to purchase it. But if it runs the trend of the 2 Point Museum stuff that they have available right now, the Explorer Upgrade Pack is $12. The Fantasy Finds for 2 Point Museum is $7.99 regularly on sale for $7.19. So anywhere between $8 to $12 for that DLC is what I would imagine whenever it launches. Base game is $29.99.
So they did. You know how they did like 2 Point Hospital, and it was like the spiritual successor to like Sim Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
How they did Sim City, Sim Hospital. And then I think they also did Sim Zoo, or there was like a zoo that they did.
There was Zoo Tycoon. I don't remember Sim Zoo.
Yeah, you're right. It was Zoo Tycoon.
Sim
so
Zoo.
I guess they're trying to do that.
Yeah, there was no like, Sim Zoo. Sim Park?
No. Sim Park, yeah.
Which was more like wildlife and like actual parks, but they had alien invasions, kudzu, fire, garbage dumps is like the threats in that game, which is pretty funny.
Speaking of alien invasions, did you ever see that movie Paul?
No, I never watched Paul. Was Paul good? That came out right at that like stoner comedy era, and there were a lot of movies I passed on just because I didn't really care for it. Like stoner comedies just never did it for me. It was like, dude, where's my car? Didn't really do it for me.
Dude.
Idiocracy didn't really do it for me. The only stoner comedy I really like is Friday, and that's not even really a stoner comedy. That's just more like black drama.
Yeah. Yeah,
with
that's
Ice
true.
Cube and what was it? Chris Tucker? Yeah, that's what I almost said Rock like 4 times in my brain. It came out, but those were the only like stoner comedies that I really enjoyed. But you know, hey, it's all good. Speaking of stoner comedies that we really enjoyed, Assassin's Creed Shadows is getting ready to launch as well, coming out on December 2nd, the day after. Listen, don't try to judge that segue. That was probably the worst segue. But it is coming out the day after Marvel's Cosmic Invasion. I can tell you I'll be picking up Marvel's Cosmic Invasion instead of this, but this game actually released to some pretty large acclaim. I mean, a lot of people were really excited for this. I mean, it's feudal Japan kind of era. You've got samurai, you're a ninja, you got shogun, you've got ranged attacks, you've got close-up attacks, and genuinely a good entry in the Assassin's Creed franchise. Now, does it rank up there with Assassin's Creed Odyssey? Maybe not. I don't think it has quite that level of acclaim, or Black Flag, for instance, even though Black Flag is literally just a pirates game with an Assassin's Creed overlay over it. But it comes out for Nintendo Switch 2 on December 2nd. Is that one that you would be interested in playing? I would be interested in playing it, maybe more along the lines of just to see how it plays, because again, we run into that same issue where there's a lot to do, but those games are pretty linear where you're like going to watch point, and I don't know if that one still has that in that.
Yeah. Shout out to, I'm a Ubisoft creator, so shout out to Ubisoft for, they sent me a code for the PC version, and I played that for like 5 or 6 hours, and I enjoyed my time with it, and they're sending me a code for this too, and so I'll play it on here. But yeah, I like Assassin's Creed Shadows. It was one, like, I don't know if you were into Assassin's Creed all that much, but I was like really into like the first 3 or 4 when they were
the first 2 for me, and I'm kind of with Netist.
Same storyline. What?
It was the first 2 for me, and I'm kind of with Netist to an extent, where like I really loved those first 2, and then 3 was kind of a low point, and then 4 was okay, but again, it was Pirates game with an Assassin's Creed skin thrown over it in some ways. But I really haven't dove deep into Assassin's Creed in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while, but Flynn, my son Flynn, he's really into Assassin's Creed games, and then that got me to play them again more, and so that got me to play Shadows, and then he played a bunch of Shadows, but even he fell off because so they have the 2 different ninjas that you play as, right?
Mm-hmm. Story changes based on the character you choose, right?
Well, you have to play as the one for like 2 or 3 hours, maybe an hour and a half. But before you get what's it, Yasuke? And so before you get him in like the very beginning, the opening cutscene, like you're playing as him, and then it switches over and you're playing as the other character. I forget her name, but then you're playing as her, and she is like all stealth. So you have to play stealth. And if you try and take on like 4 enemies at once, unless you do a really good job at like parrying and dodging everything, you're going to probably die. So they really want you to be stealthy. And so I
would have been okay with. I like stealth games though. So I've seen you play games. I know you're not stealthy like anything, but listen, we play Fortnite in 2 very different ways. Like I'm like, let's
you're in a bush, and I'm like,
don't push
where
them.
Are you?
Don't push
them. I'm in the car with them.
Oh man, I don't know. I would be more interested in the stealth stuff. Netist in the live chat says they finally made a ninja game and you play as a samurai half the game. Why? Which I mean is probably a fair take, because that does take out the stealth portion of it. You know, samurais are not known for stealth. So there was another game that's getting ready to come out. You pointed this out to me right before we went live. Comes out in like 2 days. Chris, do you want to tell the people about it?
I saw it last night. Yeah, this one is Stray Children, coming out October 30th. This game is one, I really like the look of it. It's like they made it to look like a PS1 RPG, and I love PS1 GBA RPGs. Love them.
Mm-hmm.
Golden Sun, those sorts of things. Yeah, and I think it looks really good. Very much looking forward to it. I want it. And then I told you about it, and you watched the trailer, and you're like, "Well, hold on a second. What do you think of this?"
I almost passed almost entirely on it. Like I was like, yeah, I don't know. And then I saw there were Undertale-esque mechanics in it where you can where you talk to the enemies. Earthbound, Undertale, you know, those kinds of jams. And like the character styles are definitely not necessarily the style that I look for in my games from like a sprite styling, but the gameplay element here and how the battles play out looked insane to me and really, really cool. I love the painted aesthetics of the backgrounds. I don't necessarily love the character art direction, even though like it is unique and it's super intriguing, like the way that they've got these characters juxtaposed in here, but it feels like a fever dream. But Stray Children is definitely one of those games that like as soon as I saw the gameplay mechanic that they were doing with it, I was like, I need this game. I want this game. Stray Children looks crazy cool. Like it looks awesome. And I was really glad you sent that one over to me. It looked awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's coming out on the 30th. There's no store page because it is it'll probably just be right at noon when the game comes out.
Yeah.
That's when the store page will go live. So there's not one, but there is so we don't know the price, anything like that, but at least we got that trailer.
If it's less than $20, I will 100% be sold on it. Do I expect it to be less than $20? Who knows? You know, you can never tell. We all thought that Silksong was going to be 30, so you know, hey, that's like if it's less than one Silksong, definitely worth the money at that point based on how it looks.
Yeah.
We did have some actual Nintendo game news as well that came out of it this week, and that news is Pikmin 4 is getting a new content update that is coming for free. It's not a Switch 2 upgrade. Just to be very specific about this update is coming for the Switch 1 title, and it is staying a Switch 1 title, but they're adding a couple of new things to Pikmin 4. The first thing here is you're getting access to a field camera that you can decorate and post your screenshots how you want. Granted, they're going to be a little lower resolution than what you would see on a Switch 2. But you get a whole bunch of different things like that. You can create your own calendar wallpapers the way that they do them every month anyway. The second thing here is, and this is the big thing that they wanted to show off, is the decor Pikmin. They can be very unique, hiding throughout the map. You can see you got Ladybug, you got a donut, you got all these different special designs of Pikmin that are on there, and you're going to have missions where there are going to be like specific hints that give you an idea of where you can find these decor Pikmin and add them to your collection. Once you find them, they'll follow you around just like every other Pikmin. I almost called it a Pokemon, just like every other Pikmin out there. But the cool thing here is that they are also doing some Pikmin Bloom integrations here, where you can send the decor Pikmin data to Pikmin Bloom, and you'll be able to see those Pikmin in the Pikmin Bloom app. Creature activity levels is another new thing that they're adding here. So if you want to experience the game in an easier mode where enemies won't aggro on you just until you attack them, you can do that. If you want them to be highly aggravated, you can do that as well. It is an interesting way to get people to play through even more of this game. And then just as a follow-up here, there is a demo that is going to be coming out available the same day that this content update launches. They did not give a date just yet on when this update is available, but they did say that it is going to be November 2025. No actual specific day just yet. So if you're wanting to play the demo and you're wanting to experience what this game has to offer and you haven't had the chance to play it just yet, go check it out. Pikmin 4 is a good game. It's genuinely a good game. Do I think it's as good as the first two? Not really. I really enjoyed the first two, and I love the co-op nature of the third one. And then we won't talk about the stepchild that is Hey Pikmin. So, but not to be confused with Hey You Pikachu. You're not talking to the Pikmin. That's all the news.
True.
That's all the news on Pikmin. You want to tell the people about the next highlight
and
here?
Also, I just want to say Pikmin 4, you're right about it not being right up there with 1 and 2 because it's better than both of them. All right, let's go to the next bit of news here. Elden Ring has been delayed till 2026. No one saw this coming. Just kidding. Everyone saw this coming. Yeah, Elden Ring delayed till 2026. They made an announcement and said, hey y'all, listen, you know what we know. It needs a little more time. Okay, we're working on it. We're to allow time for performance adjustments. So they're working on it.
It was running really poorly at the Gamescom demos that everybody got the chance to try out, and did not feel like the finished, polished From Software product that we've gotten used to over the years. So I think they made the right decision. We did get something that I'm excited for. I don't know that I feel like this is kind of niche. Granted, one of these games is not that niche. There's a lot more people who know about it than the others. But we did get a Simogo anniversary stream featuring the Simogo devs. For those of you guys who maybe don't know who they are a company that has put out titles like Lorelei and the Laser Eyes and Sayonara Wild Hearts, and one that I'm very familiar with and genuinely love, Yearwalk, which was like this cool like ARG kind of weird game that they threw out there. But they announced that there are going to be a couple of games getting Nintendo Switch 2 editions, and also a legacy collection called the Simogo Legacy Collection that's going to be available on December 2nd. The Legacy Collection is going to include several games: Cosmospin, Bumpy Road, Beat Sneak Bandit, Yearwalk, Device 6, The Sailor's Dream, and SPL-T or Spilt, depending on what you know. This is a very unique collection of video games that are out there, and it is something that I think people should take a chance on. Yearwalk in and of itself is one of my favorite ARGs that I've ever had the chance to play, and it requires a companion app. I don't know how they're going to go about that on this, where they're going to put out an update on the app, or if they're going to like put out a PDF for it. It looks like they're going to include it in the actual like legacy collection side of it. So I am very interested in how they do Yearwalk, but the rest of those seem very straightforward. The other two games that are the big announcements from this are Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. I loved that game. It was one of the deepest, craziest puzzle games that I think we've gotten in a very, very long time. Very stylized. If you want to know more about Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, though, I recommend you reach out to Calamity Nolan, friend of the channel, producer here on Nintendo Rewind. Genuinely loved Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Hard. You're going to have like tons of notes, even harder than blueprints. And then Sayonara Wild Hearts is also getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well. Sayonara Wild Hearts, it's one of those games I played quite a bit. It's more of like a visual album, where like the music that's in there is very important to what's going on with the gameplay. Heavily recommend you check that one out. Those two are coming out in 2026. Excuse me.
You okay? Something's going on over there. I'll tell you what. Why don't you just cough it out, and then I'll talk about. I'll tell you what. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. That's a game that you played, or that you just talked about, and I remember playing it, and I was thinking, these puzzles. If this is the puzzles that they're giving me in the first 30 minutes. I am really going to struggle with the puzzles as I go on. And not only that, but that's one of those games where people were playing it and being like, yep, I had like a notepad next to me while I was playing it. and going from there. And I could see them carrying on and doing it.
I had ice cream and that was a mistake. My body said no. Sorry. So,
Body said no.
but the Simogo Legacy Collection out December 2nd. But continue. What were you saying, Christopher?
Oh, just Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I might dive back in. I can't remember. I think I have it on the Switch. I'd have to check. You know.
Absolutely.
You know how you can like because I just got a code for a game on the Switch too recently, and I went on there, and I can't remember. I don't even remember, when did that come out? Was that in?
That was last year, I believe, or maybe
last October or September.
I think it was in. I can't remember. I went on a vacation with my kids, and I remembered playing it in a hotel somewhere, and I can't remember where it was. I can't remember anymore. I don't remember. But it was good.
But I do remember playing it. Yeah. And so if I got it on the Switch, I'll get it Switch 2 upgrade, you know.
Heck yes, dude. Heck yes. We are going to go into our final section.
That they're both coming out.
We're going to go into our final section of the main topic, and this is the Kirby Air Riders Direct side of it. This is where things got absolutely crazy as far as the news from Nintendo and Sakurai. And I'm going to run down this really fast to kind of sum up this 1 hour of Sakurai Nutso information drop that came out. We all know Sakurai loves his long directs and showcasing everything because he genuinely loves everything that he is doing. So here are the highlights from everything, and Chris, stop me if I miss anything or correct me if I'm wrong, but Topside is going to be returning. It's an easy game mode with 6 courses. They showed off some of the courses that are going to be available in that mode during this direct. We also got Road Trip, which is a new mode featuring challenges from Air Ride, City Trial, Top Ride, Stadiums, and more. Online play featuring virtual driver's licenses and a lobby zone are in this as well. New copy abilities were revealed showing Needle, Freeze, Sleep, Fighter, Drill, Flash, and Missile. And they're adding a class ranking system for online races, so you won't be up against people that are going to outclass you. But that being said, it is going to adjust, so it is going to be skill-based matchmaking, which I don't know how many people are super stoked about that. But you know, alas, we're probably going to see some Smurfs rolling up on there. You never know. 18 full courses are going to be in this game. 3 of them are new. Airtopia Ruins, Crystalline Fissure, and Steamgust Forge are new. The original GameCube Network courses will be here, but that does bring that total up to 18 courses. Swap Relay is going to be a new racing mode where your vehicle swaps with each lap. There's a new batch of City Trial items that were shown. Team Battle's a new way to play City Trial where you team up in 2 teams of 8 versus 8. 8 new characters were showcased, and Rick is here, everybody. I know everybody's really excited to play as that hamster sitting on a machine. 6 new machines, yeah. Right? 6 new machines were announced. They showcased them as well. Time attack and free run modes were showcased. We got info on stadiums like Button Rush, where you ride over buttons for control, and High Jump, where you're going to tilt your left stick and jump as high as you can. Boss battles returned, and they showed off Robo Dedede looking like a Five Nights at Freddy's freak rolling up on you. There is a checklist for completing goals, so there will be like quote-unquote achievements in this game, and you'll have a full checklist of everything that you can do to be able to complete those goals in here. There will be full machine customization, so much so that you can actually take your designs and sell them on an internet stock market of designs on here. And the more people that are buying them, the more valuable those designs will be, and the less people that are buying them, obviously the less valuable those designs will be. They also showed off that you can pretty much create everything. I'm torn personally between riding a GameCube or riding an Ear of Corn. You guys let me just help me decide whenever this game comes out. You can make your little guy wear a hat. You can collect gummies as a collectible. Accessibility options are added like control stick inversion, button remapping, and color filters. Man, we're living in 2025 now. And there are 3 brand new technology amiibo that are coming. Meta Knight, Chef Kawasaki, and King Dedede, all with interchangeable bases. But that was most of everything that was announced.
Hopefully after those come out, they're like, we're bringing out the Rick amiibo, and that'll be all we ever asked for.
That's the only one we need. We don't need any more amiibo. Oh man,
that's all I need, baby.
I am excited for that Rick amiibo. It's going to be really, really good. But that is it for the main topic. We had a lot of games get announced this past week, and I'm super happy about it because we got a lot of cool things to look forward to now. I think I'm going to have to get those stray children. I think I might have to go catch all those stray children and make them no longer strays, but give them a home in my house on my Nintendo Switch too. What was the thing that got you most excited, Chris, besides Marvel Cosmic Invasion?
Besides Marvel Cosmic Invasion, if I were to pick one, I mean, because we would both probably, I mean,
let's be honest.
Thanksgiving parade, you know?
Hold up. I know that's a lie.
Probably I am excited to go through Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I just checked and I do have it on the Switch, so whatever the upgrade costs is.
Heck yeah, my dude.
And of course Wild Hearts.
Sayonara Wild Hearts, not Wild Hearts S. A very different game.
Sayonara Wild. No, Wild Hearts S also on my list to play. But yeah, I love that on the Switch, so I'll play that.
Absolutely, dude. Well, listen, we're going to go to a quick ad break. And then whenever we come back, we're going to dive into the games that you guys should know about coming out this upcoming week. We'll catch you guys in just about 4 minutes. Hang tight. Nobody go anywhere. Get a stretch break. Go get some waters. Welcome back, everybody, back from the break. We were talking about every game that got announced this week for Nintendo Switch 1 and Nintendo Switch 2. There's a lot of really, really cool stuff that's coming out there. My biggest pick, Stray Children, after Chris pointed it out to me. His biggest pick was Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade Mario Balloon, followed by Lorelei and the Laser Eyes Switch 2 edition. But we have some stuff that's a little bit closer on the horizon that's getting ready to come out this week in the fast forward, and we're going to kick it over to that, where Chris is going to talk a little bit about the games that are coming. Take it away, my good sir.
Absolutely. First up is Cauldron. Cauldron is a game that comes out tomorrow on the 29th for $14.99. Cauldron is kind of like an idle game mixed with a bunch of like mini games, sort of. So it's kind of like there's like a fishing game. There's one where you collect apples. There's one where you're like, so basically it starts off, most of the map is completely like blank. You can't see any of it. And then you walk around and unlock it by using food, like the fish, apples, and things like that. You use those to unlock certain parts of the map to like keep expanding it, and you kind of get some over time, but then you can like upgrade and use like a skill tree to upgrade your like the amount that you're getting every second or every minute to go up higher and higher, and then you're able to go ahead and get everything there. Yeah, it's basically just a really random idle-ish game, and yeah, I love it. I have it on Steam, played it there, love it, and I was thinking about playing it on the Switch too, but we'll have to wait and see. But as for now, you can go ahead and get it. It is $14.99. My golly, what are you waiting for? Next up, we got Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home Special Edition, coming out October 30th for $39.99. You get like hoverboards, not hoverboards, but hover mopeds basically, and yeah, you're just going around harvesting, talking to people. I don't know if you're romancing, but one of the characters says the word love, so that's good enough for me. And you get a dog, of course. Naturally, it's Harvest Moon.
So is it a Segway? Yeah. You're saying you get hoverboards, but like mopeds. Is it like a Segway?
Yeah, I guess is it a Segway?
It's the one with a handle. It's like two wheels and you lean forward and you move.
It's like a scooter, basically.
But the side by side. Oh, is it side by side wheels or front and back wheels? Because I'm really hung up on this. Oh, it's front and back wheels. So it is a scooter
that
hovers.
Webpage, the key art. Yeah. Maybe they have it at the end of the trailer. But yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Harvest Moon. I mean, they show a lot of like you playing as the guy and the girl, but and both the guy and the girl are on the cover, so I don't know if you play as both of them or it's just showing you being like, yeah, you can be either one. It's up to you. Who knows? But yeah, $39.99 out on the 30th. If you're a Harvest Moon head, pick it up.
A moonhead.
Yeah, you one of them moonheads?
I don't know if I am.
What is this? Tales of Exilia?
Yeah, you're close enough.
Remastered.
It doesn't matter. It's all made up words anyway, so.
Fun fact, all words are made up. Okay, so $39.99. There's a deluxe edition, which the deluxe edition just comes with like a digital art book and some extra healing items for $59.99.
I've been flashbanged by this trailer. Holy crap.
Extra $20. Yeah. Well, yeah, be careful. $39.99 remastered. Did you ever play the original?
I did not play the original. The only Tales games I've had the chance to play in my many years of gaming, played Tales of Symphonia, loved Tales of Symphonia, and I've played Tales of Arise, and I love Tales of Arise as well. But I've got a big soft spot for the Tales of series, and seeing all the character art and direction that they've done with this, and seeing the evolution of these games. But those are the only two Tales games I've ever done.
Yeah, I like the idea of Tales games, but then actually playing the Tales games, I seem to fall off of them quite a bit. Like I want to get into the new one. What is the new one? I forget the name of it. Tales of Arise, right?
That is Tales of Arise. I wasn't sure if that was the latest one, because that one came out like 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
It's been a long time.
Maybe more than that. Yeah.
Instead of making new ones,
they just keep remaking the old ones,
remastering the old ones, and helping Nintendo make a bunch of games, basically. Yeah. So yeah,
Tales of Arise was good. Really pretty game.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. That plus the DLC bundled together coming to the Switch 2, 2026. Mark my words. But speaking of Switch 2, we've got Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake October 30th, $59.99. The Switch version is also available. Don't you dare think you're gonna get a free upgrade, because you're not. Okay,
Square
but they're
Enix
both.
said, screw you,
versions.
Screw you, buddy.
Is there a free upgrade? Not if it's a major third-party publisher. Dragon Quest 1 and 2. I feel like this is the one that they should have done before they did 3, but here we are.
I would agree with that, man. Why did they do that? Why did they do it backwards?
They really did have to like rework these were like all like the battle. I mean, they still are, I believe, in first person, but yeah, there wasn't much to 1 and 2, so it would make sense that they brought them together, you know. But yeah,
plus you really do need both of those to kind of complete that story. I think those stories go hand in hand very similarly to like Golden Sun.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, so Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D $59.99. Give it a gander, give it a look-see, or just don't at all. Last but not least, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Don't forget to type in your birthday.
Yep. As soon as I loaded it up, it was like, tell me, when were you born?
Yeah. Hey, do me a favor. Give me that birthday. This is normally $49.99. It's 10% off, so it's $44.99 until the game comes out, which is October 30th. So if you're watching this, go ahead and get it. But how do you feel about these games? Have you ever heard of Mortal Kombat? Are you a Mortal Kombat fan? Does this game interest you at all?
So I like Mortal Kombat, but back in the day when these games were like in their heyday for, you know, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, back in the day, I was more of a Killer Instinct guy. And then I got into Soul Calibur super hard. So Mortal Kombat didn't really hit for me quite the same way, but I do love, I love the way that their combat works, the way their combos are. Like they all feel really good to play. A couple pieces there. I really loved Injustice when that game came out. Injustice 1 and Injustice 2, both of those games slap. They're so good. The Mortal Kombat game that I had growing up was the Game Boy version of it. So I played a little bit on my Super Nintendo, but again, I was more a Killer Instinct kind of guy. So
Mario guy?
No, like when it came to my fighting games, Killer Instinct and then Soul Calibur. So Mortal Kombat didn't really have its hooks in me quite the same way. Tiger Electronics handheld, I tried that one out on stream. That one was really hard. It didn't make a whole lot of sense what I was doing and how it played. But there's a lot of Tiger Electronics fans out there. That's the one they should have ported on this too. Like you get Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3.
If they put that on there.
Game Boy, Tiger Electronics, Mortal Kombat. Like it would have been really cool. But The thing that really catches my eye with this release isn't even like the gameplay side of it. It's the documentary stuff that they've added in here. Because, I mean, there are...
all the behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's hours of behind the scenes interviews with developers and Ed Boon and concept art and all this other stuff, and like mocap video from when they were getting the mocap for the actors doing the artwork for the game. Like, it's absolutely crazy, the love letter that they've poured into this. And this is something that I think, if you are a fan of this series, not even for the games themselves, but the extra content that's in here is 100% worth getting your hands on at that point. Like, it's worth looking at just to be able to see everything that went into it and getting the music and the art direction and the interviews and everything else that they've got added into here. So big recommendation from me. And for $44.99 right now, $5 off, like there's nothing to complain about with that. So
exactly. Yeah. So give it a gander. Switch 1, Switch 2, $44.99 until release. So if you listen to this in the next few days, you could have pre-ordered it already.
You could have got it at that cheaper price point.
Yeah. Yep, that's the games this week. Plus, of course, Luigi's Mansion on NSO. You get the GameCube Switch 2.
Coming out on the 30th? What day was that? The 30th. Yeah. So coming out pretty dang soon. You can play, if you have a Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack membership, you can play that game for free. Right. Chris always gets so mad about that. I'm sorry, dude. I need to stop doing that to you. We're going to go into the final 2 segments of the show. The first segment leading into this is going to be Pixel Minute, aka Pixmin for short. If you guys haven't watched us before, this is the game show where Chris has to guess the exact title of a game within 60 seconds as it's being slowly depixelated on the screen. This game is a game that released at some point within the years that Nintendo has been founded, but a date within this week. Chris, let me get my camera rolling for you, and then I'm going to ask you if you are ready. You tell me when you can see that.
I can see it. I'm ready.
Alrighty. We're going to let Chris do the guessing in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Okay. A lot of brown in here.
A lot of brown. We're going to Brown Town, baby. Wait.
Hold on. What? Is it Donkey Kong?
It is not Donkey Kong.
It is. The Golden Sun. It does. It looks RPG-ish. Is it a game made by the Brownie Brown team?
It is not made by the Brownie Brown team.
Golly, well then, how am I supposed to know? I don't know what this is.
I will give you a hint as the timer has expired. I mean, it could be Jesus. Bless you. It does look RPG-ish. And the developer for this title is Camelot Software Planning.
Camelot? Is it Golden Sun?
You're in the franchise. You're in the franchise.
Is it what? I forget the name of that game. Was it Second Age? No.
This is no bonus points awarded. This is Golden Sun Dark Dawn. This was the 2010 role-playing video game developed by Camelot Software Planning and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo DS. It was the 3rd entry in the Golden Sun series. It is set 30 years after the events of the first 2 games.
Is this just key art from that game? Because
this is intro art.
That is not a DS screenshot.
That is a DS screenshot. This is intro art, baby. But set 30 years after the events of the first 2 games and follows the descendants of the earlier game's heroes. Players control characters as they travel through the fictional world of Weyard. The game utilizes gameplay elements pioneered by its predecessors, primarily the use of magic called Psi Energy to defeat enemies and discover new locations, helping local populations in finding elemental gin, which can augment the player's powers. Game released October 28th, 2010. 2010 in Japan. So as far as its reception, it actually was reviewed decently. Overall Metacritic 79% with 63 reviews. Game Rankings give it an 80.72%, mostly positive reviews from critics. The game was not as well received as its predecessors, which Golden Sun, the first one, received a 91%. Really a good entry in the series. Have you had the chance to play Dark Dawn?
I did. I haven't played it in a while, but I have played it since the 3DS came out. I went back to it. Especially the first two games, I really loved the way.
I liked going in and putting in my 50 character code to be able to carry my save over into the next game. But genuinely,
they were
good game, like great games. I did not play those until later on in life, and then I went on like a tear of playing all three of them back to back to back. I think Lando had just been born, or was maybe like a year and a half old. Whenever I started playing Golden Sun for the first time, genuinely loved it. I mean, he's 6 now, going on 7, but was so good, was so freaking good. We are going to go to the.
It's cool that Golden Sun and Golden Sun 2, because it was like two different games, but it was like the same kind of story, and was originally started as a 64 DD game, and then they moved it to the GBA.
Thank goodness Camelot did what was right and moved it instead of just canceling the project.
Yeah, looking at you, Earthbound 64.
Well,
they're 3, but still. One of these days, Nintendo needs to do the right thing and just release that Space World demo.
Do the right thing.
Earthbound 64.
I thought you were about to say the Space World demo for Mario 128.
I'll take that. And that Pokemon, the Pokemon camera man show game.
Give it to us. Yeah. Give it to us, Nintendo. Do the right thing. Now, my Nintendo news and extra Nintendo news. Brand new wallpapers featuring a Halloweenified Mario Cast. Happy Halloween 2025. Those are free. And we got an October Pokemon calendar wallpaper for 50 platinum points. There's a new holiday sweepstakes for Nintendo San Francisco. You could win a 2-night trip for yourself and 3 guests to San Fran with hotel accommodations, a special guided tour to learn about design and products, and play Nintendo Switch 2 games on their video wall with your guests. 10 platinum points per entry, max 5 entries. For NSO icons, there are some Halloweenified icons featuring a Vampire Mario, a Werewolf Luigi, a Witch Peach, a Ghost Toad, a Dragon Yoshi, and more. You can snag those until November 3rd. I can tell you I'm personally rocking Werewolf Luigi right now. We also got Wave 1 of Splatoon icons rotating again until November 13th. Wave 2, my apologies, not Wave 1. The monthly play and redeem icons are Mario Party 3, which requires the NSO expansion pack, as well as the Mario Super P-Cross sets. Play corresponding games to claim those. The one that nearly killed the series, New Super Mario Bros. Its soundtrack hit Nintendo Music this week, so if you want to listen to it and do the whole Koopa meme, you can do so right now on Nintendo Music with your Nintendo Switch Online account. In sales and deals, we did get a brand new Devolver Digital October sale. Scary good deals on games like Carrion, Inscription, Cult of the Lamb, and more. You can save up to 75% on those titles. All amazing games, by the way. Love every single one of those. There was also the Kirby Air Riders Global Test Ride announced during the Kirby Air Riders Direct 2, where you will have the chance to be able to check out the game for yourself. Various times, November 8th and 9th, and November 15th and 16th. Check socials for the times in your time zone. Monthly in-game events are coming to Donkey Kong Bonanza. The first one started today, where you can get a chance to get an in-game statue of On Guard and and the Kong Bonanza. You do need to have completed the main story and own the DK Island plus Emerald Rush DLC. Pokemon TCG Pocket got a new expansion with all new cards. 2 unlisted Metroid Prime 4 commercials showcase a new boss that we have yet to see. If you want to check those out, dig around. I'm sure you'll be able to find those unlisted Metroid Prime 4 commercials. EA announced that they're going to crash and burn with a full-on focus for generative AI. Sakurai stated he has no plans for DLC to release for Kirby Air Riders. Mobile game Fire Emblem Shadows got a free update with a new story, new map, and more. Book 2 episodes 1 through 4 are now available. We're celebrating the 8th anniversary of Super Mario Odyssey this month as well. Happy birthday, Super Mario Odyssey. Way to turn 8.
Happy birthday.
Super stoked about that game. Super stoked about that game.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you for singing happy birthday to Mario. He needs it. He needs it. Happy birthday to Mario's nipples. That's absolutely the truth, Keyword Savior. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment is going to be a big one. 44 gigs of space is needed to install it. So if you're just wanting to check that out, be prepared. Either get a SanDisk or something else. This is crazy. YouTube has stated they're working on an app for Switch 2. And our final piece of news, if you're avoiding spoilers, do not go looking for Pokemon Pokopia news anytime soon. A playable, I'm not even kidding, in Unity, if you have Unity, you can play the playable prototype for Pokemon Pokopia. And it's out there in the tall grass of the wild, wild internet. Although, I will say, it looks completely different from the game they actually teased. It looked more like an isometric Stardew Valley than what we've seen today. So if you're curious about what it looks like or you want to check it out yourself, go Google that. I'm not going to give you links to it. Centro Leaks might, though. Christopher, where can they find you, my good sir?
You can find my Linktree, Super Nintendo Linktree, find that, go from there, yada, yada, yada.
Absolutely. And you can find me over at nerdwireplays.com or come visit me tomorrow night. We're going to be playing episodes 3 and 4 of Dispatch. So twitch.tv/nerdwireplays. Come check it out. It's going to be a good time. I'm live there on Wednesdays right now. That's pretty much the only time I go live. So
episode 3 and 4.
Yep.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited. That game was so good. It was so good. I need it to show up on Switch sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason it couldn't run, but that game was so freaking good.
Right.
Thank you to Chris for allowing me to play it on the Steam family. So shout outs to Chris. Shout outs to Chris. Remember, you can catch all of our past episodes in video form over at youtube.com/@the Nintendo Rewind. Maybe catch them sometimes in audio form on your favorite audio platforms. A couple of other things here as far as housekeeping. Visit our website, nintendorewind.com, for all of our social media garbage. And possibly consider supporting the show over there. Remember, we love your faces. Be kind. Please rewind. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. So long. Peace. Goodbye. Good night.
Toodaloo.